got in your hands there today?
I have got an exciting Taylormade M4 iron, Mark.
Taylormade M4 iron. Mark Crossfield here as well. We'll show that in a second. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dan, so I'm here as well. We're both going to hit a few shots. We're going to talk a little bit about M4. Do you want to bring it up
Let's
nice
bring
and
it in,
close? What have you got there? So M4 iron. This is the more game improvement out of all of them, as I understand it. Is that correct?
I believe that is correct, yeah.
And what have we got on the back of it? You've got a bit of technology.
So we've got this ribcore technology that they've put into this.
Yeah.
Two, obviously, wedges. What I can see from here are sort of two wedges running down from the top of the head down to the bottom.
So they're stiffening, I think.
They are to stiffen up the face, yeah.
Too much flex in certain places can lose energy.
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool.
Then we move it over. We've obviously got this speed slot down the bottom.
Okay, if you pop it right up to the camera there, let's show them. So you've got the slots on the bottom and on the face.
And also on the face here, yeah. So again, on the face here, any toe and heel strikes, they're still maintaining the ball speed with the flex from these particular slots.
Okay, and then also on the back you've got the Nova Core, haven't you?
Yeah.
People who watch Guardians of the Galaxy will know what that means. I'm not sure if you watched it, have you?
No, I'm not in that
So
one.
you don't
No,
know.
no.
So ribcore.
Ribcore, yeah.
So again,
So-
trying to keep ball speeds up across the face as well, that, isn't it? Oh,
Correct.
you mentioned that already.
Well, we've
Sorry,
already said
ribcore.
that.
Yeah.
But we're a bit confused on that, aren't we?
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so the thing where we're confused, great, if you can hit one if you want, Dan, let's see how
Okay.
it flies, see what you think about it. You've got stiffening, but then you've also got flexing. It's a bit of a, I'm getting a bit of a mixed message with that. I'm sure they know what they're up to. Loft, we're hitting a 7 iron, so we'll show you some numbers with a 7 iron.
Yeah.
We're hitting to a green that's 170 yards. The loft with a 7 iron was 28.5.
28.5, yeah.
I think. Ugly slots, Ian Murray says. Good morning from America. It's tea time. Is it tea time there yet? What do you think of the slots? Ian Murray says they're ugly.
I don't think they're ugly. I think it actually frames the face quite nicely.
Yeah, I've always thought that with the slots, even though I
Yeah.
don't really feel like they're doing much, because I've played plenty of clubs without slots. I also feel like they frame up nicely.
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
would
be
agree.
clear, the slots are filled. Lots of people, even today, they say, oh, mud's going to get in there. They're all
No.
filled.
They are very much filled. If
Yeah.
I press my thumb in, it's a bit springy, so I think that's a bit of rubber kind of in there.
Yeah.
Speed, rubber.
Get up, Dan. Strong lofts. Yeah, 7 iron 28.5. Very, very strong lofts.
Yeah.
Sound is quite clicky.
It is. It's a nice sound. I wouldn't say it's that tingy sound that you get. You know, when you sometimes get the power bats and they sound like really powerful.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that is that's the case on this head.
So top lines as well. Ugly or okay?
Actually, very nice for a game improvement iron. I would say it's not too chunky.
Yeah.
It's nice and kind of, I would say it's quite rounded
Okay.
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice looking head.
Good.
It's a nice looking head.
Okay, that's good. And then I've got to ask, I know you don't like me asking this, but we do need to talk about offset. There is some.
Yeah, and I was actually just thinking about that.
Go on. As you always are.
I don't think it's not overpowering.
You've not been overpowered by the
I've
offset.
not been overpowered by the offset.
Hit it, Dan. Hit it. 28.5 is a 5 iron. Well, correct. Sounds like a wood. Come on, Dan.
It's flying like a 6 iron. It's flying. It is.
What distance are you getting on that? What's
That
your
last one was 168. One was 168 carry.
So we got a green out there at 170. We're hitting a 7 iron as marked on, and you've got no problem hitting that green.
No, it's
So it's going 6 iron lengths.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's 6 iron all day for me. That, and to be honest with you, Mark, it looks like a 6 iron.
Yeah.
It looks like a 6 iron with the loft on it. If I pick that up, not looking at the bottom of the club, I would instantly tell you that was a 6 iron in my hand.
Okay, one more, and I'm looking forward to having a go.
The bottom.
Nice shot, Grandad. Is there any insert in the club? Don't think so.
No, I don't think there is any. There's,
Here we go. Never seen a set of Taylormade irons that I would ever game, to be honest. We're going to pick up on that point.
Yeah.
Rob says chunky, ugly slots. And then someone else asked if Taylormade has forgiven me. I don't think Taylormade will ever forgive me. Not that I've done anything wrong, but you know, when people have got bitterness inside them, people have bitterness inside them. That's just my opinion. Right, little interesting point, Danny. You got the old editing machine going there, on the old laptop.
Yeah.
We have a fluted neck on the production one.
Yes, we do.
The demo that we've got here has no fluted neck.
No, we're a bit confused about that.
So you've got a bit of technology that isn't on the demos. Now, Dan made a good point, which I could probably agree with. The demo obviously is carved out inside and it's got this hull. Yeah. So probably you'll lose... They have a fluted neck, which is the ribs out the neck, to save weight so they can pack it in other places. You could argue that they're losing weight there, so on and so forth. Yeah. How much care they've put into their demo equipment in relationship to that, I can't answer. Just a little point with their demo equipment. It's a 7-iron that Dan has here that you can screw on, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Now I know what this 7-iron will do, and we'll show you, because it does what these kind of 28.5 loft 7-irons do. It's going to go a 6-iron distance for me, 165 to 170 yards in the air, so that's 163 in the air. That's what my 6-iron does. Obviously you've got, it might go higher and all those kind of things, which we'll come to in a second. But for me, it's just a little bit, I know what the 7-iron is going to do. I want to know what a 9-iron and wedge are going to do. Because when you start cranking lofts like this, it's at either end where you start seeing some funny gaps. So I also want to know for me what a 5-iron would do. And could I hit a 4-iron as well instead of the 7-iron? So only providing a 7-iron, for me, just illustrates a little bit what this iron, or maybe Taylormade with this iron, are about when it comes to service and fitting. Does that make any sense?
I know what you're saying. I think
if you're cranking a loft like that, I mean, I wouldn't. You've got the fitting stuff here, and I wouldn't say you're going to offer the best fitting in the world with this club compared to some other fitting equipment where you've got more clubs.
No, I would agree with that. I've got plenty of fitting kit in here, and you're always, you know, I've got lots of Titleist stuff in here, but I can fit right the way through the bag in Titleist, whereas I can't in other products, which is a shame, and I hope they do change that.
Yeah, well, I want them to change it, because I think it would be fairer for people buying these clubs, which do perform well, you know, for what they are. It sounds a little loud, but okay. It looks good for how much it's pushing it up in the air, and it's a power back for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
It's going the distance I'd expect this lofted club to go. The slots aren't ugly, I agree with Dan, they frame the ball up quite well. And I personally think Taylormade have made quite nice looking, kind of powerful irons, as long as they don't get too crazy. They do some that get a bit crazy. Like this middle bracket one almost, look as good as anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a shame that that option isn't out there for more people.
So a chap saying he games the rocket blades at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Rocket balls! Go on, yeah, of course I do.
And it seems like these are like the next
That was a good
edition.
name, wasn't it?
Next edition.
No, well this is what's, okay.
So we got, go on, do it.
Well, so here we go, right? Question for the viewers, and if you're watching this not live, obviously still comment down below, I'd love to hear. If you're liking the lives or any of my videos, make sure you hit the thumbs up button as well. Don't be afraid to subscribe, or those kind of begging things that all us YouTubers tend to get on doing a bit. Name a set of irons from Taylormade that kind of resonate, that kind of stay in people's minds. So if we go Ping I2, you know, it was a game changer for sure. If you go Titleist, AP range has been around for ages. They kind of resonate. They stay. It's a brand within a brand that kind of keeps going. Callaway, I would say around X12, X16. You pick your number, but that X range was one. Mizuno MP range, keep going. Been around for years. They just keep resonating. Strong brands within a company because the product is tested and used. I don't know if I've missed a company out there, but out of the main players.
No.
When it comes to irons and Taylormade, I feel, and this one, even though I think it's good and it shouldn't stop you from going trying this, it just feels a little bit like, oh, let's just throw some ribcore on, and let's throw some fluted necks, and let's put slots everywhere. Let's just bung everything at it. And then in a year's time, if you're lucky, it changes model and then it's something else. And then nothing sticks. Like, they keep throwing everything at it, but nothing sticks. So it makes me feel a little bit like their irons are a bit throwaway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And they're not throwaway in performance.
No, they're
but
not.
they obviously can't quite. And I don't know if it's to do with marketing, as in they're putting all their efforts into twisting faces and all that kind of stuff.
RSI? Does that stick in your mind with Taylormade?
Well, I know it was a product, but like who won what with that? And
RAC?
yeah, but that's why I said RAC,
You did,
didn't I?
yeah.
But how long did they stick around for? Ping I2s are around for years. AP2s or AP range has been around for years. MP range have been around since I played when I was a kid to now.
But is that not now the M range?
Yeah, and that's only been going 3
M1
models.
so before that it was the R range?
I think, yeah. But I mean, none of them stick in people's minds, do they? So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's a good product. Can you just show my peak heights, Dan? Can you get to my peak heights up on the screen up there? We're just going to show the peak heights, because this is the other big story that people talk about with M4. So just to review, I think it looks good. It sounds a little loud, but fine. I think as a game improvement iron, which is the category I guess it's in, you're going to go and test it. It looks great. It's cranked in loft, so it's a 7 iron. It's giving you 6 iron performance. But this is where I worry with this argument. Not only do I worry with the wedges and then or 9 irons up to whatever your longest iron is, what gaps you're left with. Is this mine here? My peak height is 30 degrees. So my 6 iron bladed 6 iron peak height is around 30 to 32 to 34 yards, not degrees, yards, 30 yards.
Yeah.
So this isn't going particularly higher. And you've got to remember, I'm swinging this at 84, 85 miles an hour whenever I'm swinging the 7 iron out. This is what really worries me. Now this will kick in, won't it, if I just hit? It'll go
That'll
back to
kick in,
hitting.
yeah.
If I hit a shot which has 7 iron written on the bottom, 28.5 degrees aloft, but I swing at that speed, and I tell you, when I'm teaching golf, and I was for years, that is a very common golfer hitting a 7 iron. How far's that 7 iron gone? 104 yards. And I know not too out there, and you all think you carry, so that's going 120 yards, 115 yards, 7 iron for most golfers on a fairway, or hitting it onto a green, bounding on. And I know you all think you hit your 7 irons 150, but the distance report that we've talked about this week proves that the average is not doing that. They're more in this 7 iron range. Peak height of that last one is 13 yards. 13 yards in the air. And it's going carry 1, 2, 2. Let me just show you something. Let's go, is it this one? I'm going to go AP2 8 iron. Now I've come back from Carlsbad where I was lucky enough to talk to iron designers, and I talked about this with them, because this isn't a dig at Taylormade. All the manufacturers are going this way, Titleist included, not the strongest, but their kind of game improved model, all strengthening lofts. This is a Golf Pro talking who works with golf students. 13 yards, 1, 2, 2 carry. So that's an 8 iron attempting to swing around the same speed.
Yeah.
So this is an 8 iron AP2, much truer in its loft to what an 8 iron should be compared to really a 7 iron that we're calling a 6 iron. That one has flown, so that's carried 109. So if you bring up the yardages there on the last 2.
Okay, so you've got them there.
So we've got, where am I looking? At the bottom.
So bottom 2, those last 2 at the bottom there.
Okay, so we've got, it's interesting, the indoor, because you're on a hole, aren't you?
Yeah, because it's downhill, this hole is playing downhill.
Because that's 109 and 108
on a flat.
So we're playing a hole which has a bit of elevation, so it's going to be the same. 1, 2, 2 with the MP4, 6 iron.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1 with an 8 iron. Peak height 20 yards to 13.
You've got 13 with the 7 iron, I keep calling it
7 stroke 6 iron.
7 stroke 6 iron, and then you've got 20 yards in height with the 8 iron, yeah?
Yeah. So if people want to start thinking that, and this isn't about AP2, this would be the same if you went the more truer lofts in Taylormade, or I picked up a Mizuno or a Callaway or a Ping. It's not about AP2 M4, it's not about that. It's about lofts and swing speed and launch. You have players, which is the mass players out there, they start losing or don't have the speed.
Yeah.
What happens when you take loft away from them, it really hurts them.
Correct.
Well, as a student, as a coach teaching students, Whenever I had students struggling with certain shots, we always played with loft, delivered or physical on the club. Taking that away in a so-called game improvement, the people it helps the most are these people you're watching reviews of. People like me who swing it at a certain speed that get the most out of these, because we high launch and low spin and you get these bomb balls which look all impressive on the videos. But I've been saying it for years, don't be seduced by that. Be careful. Deep playing and hitting it left and right will always win. That's just an idea around loft, not about brand, just to make that as clear as possible. I don't care if you do that test with Taylormade or whatever, it's just the clubs I pick up. Do you want to hit a few just to finish off there, Dan?
Yeah, let's do it.
I like it.
You like it?
I don't like how much gimmicky tech feels like is thrown on it, in my opinion. It all feels a bit gimmicky, like, you know, they just throw everything at it, and then like next year they'll throw everything at it again. I would like them just to settle in with a brand that they get behind for a longer, and tech that they stand behind a little longer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know, the Ping G700 iron hasn't really changed that massively from the G400 iron. Particularly, they're true to what... Yeah, exactly. They're still quite true to what their original premise is, because they're good at building clubs.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm doing my fittings now for a lot of members here,
yeah,
you know, I'm
gimmick my face.
A lot of fittings are going to 7-iron.
And then they stop.
Stopping at 7-iron, because I can now test them in the 6-iron and 5-irons in sets.
Yeah.
With these more power batteries, say.
Yeah.
There's no point in them playing them.
I agree.
No point in them playing them.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is just a quick one. Lewis says Dan doesn't play with loft. Get up, Dan! Get up, Dan!
Who needs loft? Who needs loft?
Handicap range, the M4 is aimed at, for Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't really do reviews like on clubs like that. It's aimed at a mixed bag, to be honest with you. You could get some tour players who fancy gaming a 4-iron or 3-iron if you make one in this club. So it's more about what you want to get at your club field and look. Try not to pigeonhole it to handicap. I think that's something that magazines did for years just because it resonated with the readers. I personally don't think it's a great idea.
No, agree.
Interesting. So your thoughts are relatively positive with that?
I like it, yeah.
People should definitely go and try it.
It's a very solid strike, isn't it? Very solid.
For me, things that upset me, the fitting options are a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, a 28.5 degree 7-iron, what is the longest iron they should game in that set? If a student came to me now and asked that question, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. And I wouldn't be able to test because I haven't got it here to show.
Well, that's true. Very true.
So it's like, you know, where other ones they would say, what club should I have? Well, what clubs have you got? What lofts on your clubs? You stop there and you can compare it that way. Yeah. Or you've got bags of clubs to go, right, hit the 4-iron. No, look how low that, let's get you a hybrid. Yeah. Let's just have a bit more commitment to the goal for ATM. Come on, I know you're a business, but people want service as well. That's just so everyone's clear, that's my opinion.
Got it?
I have to put that in, otherwise these letters come. Right, thanks Dan, thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, hit it. Show them a thumbs up, Dan. What's the thumbs up look like?
Right there.
Yeah, that's the one. Post comments as always. Thank you always for joining in, and we'll speak to you soon, I'm sure.